Wednesday edition. Humpin' It with Mello, D83, and the Maestro.
Welcome, everyone. The week is almost over. You're halfway there. It's Wednesday, hump day, and you're now humping it with Mello, D83, and the Maestro. Get your mind out the gutter.
Yes, y'all. It be's that day. What day it is, Mello?
It's hump day.
That's right. So now y'all stuck with us for the next hour. Y'all gonna love it, because we love y'all. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Humpin' It podcast, where we act a fool and don't care. Speaking of which, acting a fool. Mello, how was your weekend?
It was pretty good. I think last time we were talking, I had reservations for Juleps, which is a nice new Southern cuisine restaurant here in Richmond. And it was highly enjoyable. I recommend for anybody who would like to go.
Not highly enjoyable.
Oh, yes.
So sophisticated. So proper. That's dope, though. That's dope, man. So it was like that.
Yeah. It wasn't very fancy as far as extravagantly decorated or anything like that. It was simple yet upscale. The food was amazing. They had the best crab cake I've ever had. And I'm not a crab person. I'm not a seafood person. But the crab cake had no filler. None whatsoever. It was all pure crab meat.
Oh, you got straight crab meat. That jade was probably $3,000.
It was not.
Yeah, I know it was. Don't lie.
But it was more than what you probably paid like at Long John Silver's.
Oh, I know you did. Long John Silver's is like the hood of seafood. Like you know what I'm saying? That's low budget seafood. I'm just playing. I'm sorry, Long John. I love y'all. My bad.
But it was so good. It was worth it. Like, even if it was $50, which it almost was. Yeah. It was so worth it.
I'm sorry? You paid almost $50 for a crab cake?
Well, it came with
Should have
cheese
came with
grits.
$100.
It came with a cheese grit square and then some
Wait a minute. You said a
coleslaw.
cheese grit square?
Yeah, so it's not like cheese grits, but it's a square. It's like cheese grits turned into a square. I guess they fry it. They form it, fry it. It's a little classy, but the flavors just worked amazingly.
A little classy. Hey, listen. If you liked it, that's all that matters, man. Okay. So, what is it called again?
Juleps. New Southern cuisine.
Okay. Yeah, for all y'all that don't know, that's in Richmond, VA. That's where we be. Check it out. You know, Mello said it's off the chain with the $500 crab cake and the little cheese grit square. Hey, listen, if you like it, more power to you.
Now, y'all may not have seen it, but the whole time she was talking, I was throwing up inside.
Oh my gosh.
But, yeah, I can't do seafood. That just,
For real. Yeah. I'm not a huge seafood person either, man. Like,
Nor am I.
I do fish, you know what I'm saying? I love going fishing, but I don't like the stuff afterwards. You got to clean and then you got to cook. I ain't for all that. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I get down with shrimp every now and then. It's got to be fried usually, though. That's just me.
We'll just leave it at this. My simple motto is if I don't like the smell, I can't do it.
Hey, a lot of people are like that, you know? Oh, buddy.
Right.
Oh, buddy.
Right.
We're going to leave that one alone.
That's why I wasn't going.
Oh, my stars.
But yes.
Speaking of weekends, you know, my weekend was pretty dope, you know? I ain't do nothing. That's just how I like it.
It's an amazing weekend.
It's great. It's great. You know, sometimes it's good to just not do a thing. It's just good to just relax, take time for yourself. I lied. I was studying. I studied, so I got to study, get this certification. But, you know, outside of that, I ain't do nothing. I was chilling. That's what I'm talking about. This weekend's gonna be a whole different story.
Yeah,
Mm.
same here.
Yeah, I got my little children's coming. Ooh,
Mhm.
buddy. Hey, listen, I'm looking for a babysitter. Y'all holler at me. Help me. You know, man.
Indeed.
D83. What about your weekend, brother?
My weekend was fantastic. I spent time with my two wonderful kids. We hung out and watched the Super Bowl.
Oh man.
Yes, indeed. What did y'all think of the Super Bowl?
Hey, listen. That Super Bowl was amazing.
It was.
I had my, I ain't gonna say I had my money because I don't bet, but I was going with my homie Mahomes. You know what I'm
Mahomes.
saying? Listen, like I tell everybody, that man got magic. I don't know, it's something about that man. You can't even put your finger. Now, the hard work, dedication, all that in the nine. But listen, this man makes it happen all the time. He's a
Oh
monster.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
and the coaching staff for Kansas City, Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator, and then the defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo, which a lot of people may not remember. Steve Spagnuolo was the defensive coordinator for the Giants the two times that they beat the New England Patriots in the
Mm,
Super Bowl, and
mm,
including that one Patriots team that was undefeated,
mm.
18-0.
That's
So
crazy, man.
it was awesome.
Wow.
I mean,
And
listen, coaching is A1, man. You right. You right about that. They got an A1 coaching squad.
yes. Which brings me to this too. Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, it's been rumored that he may be taking the offensive coordinator position for the Washington Commanders. And
Interesting.
me being a Commanders fan, uh, yeah, I wouldn't do it.
That's the end of
Just
his
stick,
career.
stick in Kansas. No, stick in Kansas City. Stick in
Yo,
Kansas City.
listen, I wish we would have got him. Tennessee.
Well,
But we
yeah,
hired from within. So we're going to see how
yeah,
that
and they
goes.
come. You know, Mike Vrabel, he comes from that whole Bill Belichick
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Bring people
I'll
up,
say
look
that.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it
And
might work, man. You know what I'm saying? They said they had over 30 OC candidates, and he was the best one. So that's interesting to me. Of course, being in the squad, you kind of know what they're looking for already. You've been through the ups and downs, the good and the bad. So, you know, you can come correct on the interview, but I don't know,
yep.
man.
What did y'all think of the Super Bowl commercials this year? I thought they were a lot better than previous years.
I didn't even really pay attention, to
Didn't?
be
Uh,
honest. No, I didn't.
there's a few I caught. I really wasn't into the commercials as much as the actual game this year. It's usually vice versa. Um,
Usually, them commercials be fire. I
yeah.
ain't paying no mind to them this year. There were a couple I think I caught that was pretty good, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
Ain't nothing
the one.
top. Uh huh.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say ain't nothing topping that Doritos commercial with that little boy and the dude came over to date his mama and he slapped the fire out that man. Ain't nothing topping that. That's my all time favorite. I'm sorry. He slapped fire from that man. Yo.
Yeah, I remember. I remember this one many years ago. It started with it was a horse race, and all of a sudden you don't see anything but these horses running around, and all of a sudden the announcer goes, "Oh my God, here it comes around the corner," and it's Shaquille O'Neal on a horse. His feet were almost touching the ground, and I was just like, "Oh my God!" I was dying laughing. Yes, Shaq
I don't
on a
remember that
horse.
one, man.
Oh my goodness,
I
I
gotta
forgot
see
what the
that.
commercial's for.
I
Yes,
gotta see that, yo. Why they do that
yes.
horse like that? They put that damn giant on the back. Horse back probably broke in half, man. That's crazy. I ain't had to do no
Yes,
horse like
I
that.
mean, this year's commercial for me would be the Will Ferrell's GM commercial for the
Mm.
EV, the new EV
Oh, electric
truck.
vehicle.
Oh yeah,
I ain't see that one.
yeah, I liked it. That was good. That was good.
But Will Ferrell a fool anyways, man.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
oh
Anything
yeah,
he
man.
do, he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna act a fool.
Yes,
He's a
indeed.
hilarious. But I haven't seen that one. I'm gonna have to go back. You know that you can go on YouTube,
Right.
you know what I'm
And
saying, and review all the commercials. I'm gonna have to do that and check them out, see what's going on.
what did y'all think about the Rihanna halftime show?
It was good. I really enjoyed it. Um, I like that she went through so many of her popular songs. She started at one, ended right back at that same one. Um, of course, being with child, there wasn't too much she could do, you know, moving around and dancing wise. But I think
Man, she
the
was sus-
performance was great.
listen, she was suspended how many hundreds of feet in the air? Like what you? I wouldn't move nowhere. Do you understand me? Glue my shoes to the stage because I ain't going nowhere. How I
I'd
don't
have
blame
forgot
you.
all my. I would have forgot all the lyrics.
Exactly.
As-
Listen, you would have seen some strings coming down my leg. Do you understand? I'm just being real. Do you know how high she was? That's crazy to me, man.
It was very high.
All of them people were, man. But listen, the show was dope. I'm a Riri fan. I'm putting that out there. I
Oh
love me
yeah.
some Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? So she can do no wrong in my eyes. None.
yeah. And I'm with you, Mello. I like the way that she went through her whole catalog. I mean, it was
Mm-hmm.
every single song. It was
Yeah, she
awesome.
did. It was
Well
fire.
Mm-hmm.
performed.
Yeah, no
Um,
question.
that also brings me to this with the Super Bowl. Now that it's over with, the Eagles lost both their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator Sean Steechin, I believe is his last name, and then their defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon. They were doing interviews during that 2 weeks. They were preparing for the game, which brings me to this: should the NFL make it a rule to where these teams cannot allow their coaches to do interviews?
Mm.
I don't think so, man. Because I mean, you at that point you messing with somebody's future. You know what I'm saying? Like you basically, I feel like you locking them into that. You know what I'm saying? Let them go out there and do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, everybody's trying to be a star. Everybody's trying to move up. You know what I'm saying? Like just because I'm an OC, you know what I'm saying? I know I can get that GM spot, or not the GM spot, but the head coach spot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking at. Because I don't want to be an OC for the rest of my life, for the rest of my career. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's just like the business. It's all business. You know what I'm saying? NFL is entertainment, but it's still a business. It's a multi-billion-dollar business at that. You know what I'm saying? So these guys got to make the moves too. At least that's my feeling.
Yeah, but if I'm such a hot commodity, right? Me being the coordinator, just saying, right? Then you would think that these teams that are looking for coaches will wait. It's just 2 weeks, right? I mean,
Because I'm gonna get the drop. It's all competition. Who gonna get there first? Make the best offer. If I can get there before everybody else, I edge everybody else. Listen, I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. You know what I'm saying? It's all business, man. That's how
all right,
recruit. This ain't no
then
different than recruiting.
then let's put you at the head coach position of the team, right? You're not going to be concerned that your team coaches are not going to be too busy, worried about their futures with other teams, and they don't have their head all the way in this particular game.
I don't think so. Especially if we're talking about a game like a Super Bowl, right? Because if you win a Super Bowl, it doesn't matter what coaching spot you at, you win a Super Bowl. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's that's a notch on your belt. You know
yeah,
what I'm
because you're
saying?
worried. Yeah, because you're worried about your legacy just as much
Exactly.
as the head coach. Yeah, I agree with that.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I won two Super Bowls as an OC. I'm certified to get this head coach job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all know my record. You feel what I'm saying? It's all business, man. At least that's how I
Agreed.
see it. You know?
No, agreed.
Yeah. You know?
And then also in the NFL, you got Aaron Rodgers again debating whether or not he's going to come back. And I'm going to have to say that if I'm the Packers organization, I'm thinking about just moving on from him. I don't care how good he is. I can't keep every year going, is this man going to be my starting quarterback? Is he not? Eventually he's just going to retire. He's 39 years old. I mean, he's just,
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean,
yeah,
39
that's,
years old, man. I feel here I am sitting in here. This man is sitting on a mountain of cash. Got a very lucrative deal. And I'm over here. That make me feel some type of way. Dang. I'm older than him. I ain't got as much money as he got.
yeah, I mean, you're only older by him than what, 10 years, right?
Ooh,
I'm,
the level of
I'm,
disrespect that
I'm
just came
sorry.
out your
I'm sorry.
lips.
For those watching, I was only joking. He's not that old. Just a little close. But anyways, I digress. So also, I love you. So, anyways, NBA
We need a
last
we
night.
need a new cast member. I'm just
We're
playing.
taking all resumes. I will even help out in the search.
That's all right. Don't worry about it because you about to be let go in about 30 minutes.
So, anyways, jumping on to the NBA, got the Bucks and the Boston Celtics last night. They played. Actually, I was on the phone with you that night, Maestro. So, actually the game went into overtime.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah.
The game went into overtime. Drew Holiday for the Bucks scored 40 points. Of course, now the Boston Celtics were without Jason Tatum, but
Right.
dude, that game was awesome.
That's the game you were watching when you were concerned that they weren't going to win, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they came. Yes, they came back, tied it up, went to overtime, and then won it. Again, though, Boston was without their main star, Jason Tatum. But
Hey, it was a win is a win.
yes,
At
and
the end
then
of the day.
yes, indeed, and then tonight you got the Mavs and Nuggets at 9. I can't wait because you got Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic playing again. Because their first game together didn't go too well. It was an L, and the team that they were playing against, the Timberwolves, were without their main star. So, yeah, Anthony Towns. So
What it
we'll
is,
see.
man. You know,
We'll see.
the star can't be there all the time. That's why it's a team sport.
Yes, indeed.
You got to come together, make it happen.
Yes, indeed. It's gonna be interesting though. Those two, they both are ball centric, so they handle the ball right. They're scorers, so it's gonna be interesting. They played together a lot at the same time, but I feel as though they'll probably do better on the court separate, right? Kyrie can run the offense while Luka's taking a break, and then when Kyrie needs a break, Luka can step in.
Sure, no doubt.
But we'll see. I'm not a coach. I don't know.
Oh no, you sound like one.
No, not at all.
You should. Something to think about, man. Listen, when it comes to you in sports, bro, like I just want to tell y'all, this man is a beast when it comes to picking Super Bowl teams, and then the score. Because if I'm not mistaken, you had KC up by 3 to win, and that's what happened.
Correct. Though I was starting to sweat. My son and I were watching it, and I was like, dude, I'm starting to get worried because it's looking like it's going to be a blowout. And I was like, but
Man, listen,
either way.
I read. I was. A lot of people were probably thinking that, but like I said, man, the second half is Mahomes. That's when he shines. You know what I'm saying? He's done it in countless games. You can be down in the first half. That man gonna come out like it's the start of the game and ain't nothing happen. Scoreboard is 0-0 according to him. You know what I'm saying? That's just what he does, man.
Yes,
Now,
indeed.
I will say that Hurst was amazing. He was amazing. He
Oh, yeah, he
shined
was.
just as bright as Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? So that could have went anywhere. Now, a lot of people were questioning that one call.
Right.
That holding call. But listen, the man said he was holding. The guy claimed it himself. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. Yes, I understand a lot of people talking about, they should have it's a Super Bowl. It's a big game. You should have let him just play. Listen, rules are in place for a reason. And let me tell you something. If the shoe was on the other foot, Philly would have been hollering about the same thing.
Yes,
You know what I'm
indeed.
saying? Or KC would have been hollering about it. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter which way you call it. If they did call it, somebody ain't going to be happy. If they didn't call it, somebody ain't going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a good call. I mean, it is what it is. He did it. Yes, it wasn't a blatant, hold, but still, when you playing in the big game, he got past him. He knew it, so he tried to hold him and try to make it like, hope that they wouldn't see it, and they caught him. So
Yeah.
that's just my opinion.
And again, the coaching staff had said, it's no coincidence. They wore their white jerseys, and KC typically does not wear their white jerseys. They wore their white jerseys because they knew the Eagles would wear the dark jerseys, and when the Eagles wear their dark jerseys, the players wear matching gloves. Dark colors show up really good on white jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's
again,
the strategy that you don't even realize behind the game, man. It's so small things. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's strategy, bro. I wonder how that man is in checkers. Probably a beast. I don't know, because I suck at it. I ain't never played checkers. I suck at it. I tried one time, and it was just terrible. So, that's what it is, though.
Yeah, speaking of checkers, my son and I we've played chess several times, and I'm looking at the board right now, matter of fact, and my heart has been broken several times by that young man.
Wow.
That may beat you in.
Yes.
Hey man, hey, y'all need to get that man a scholarship. He going places, man.
There you
No,
go.
what I
Well,
need to do
well then
is keep
again,
the board away from him.
well then he does, he is playing you, so I mean that's the other thing. That's payback.
Well, that's it for my time today. Carry on. We can move forward on now with the show. That's all I got. Thank you.
Man, don't be like that, man. You know how it is. It's family. It's family.
Yes, sir.
Mello, what you got for
Yes.
us, man? What you talking over there? Because we know
Wow.
you ain't really into the whole sports thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is now time for Squareville with Mello.
I can't. You are
Right.
not going to say I was square.
Listen, y'all judge for yourself. My bad, y'all. I ain't gonna act
I
up no more.
can't.
I
I
apologize.
can't.
I apologize, man.
Well, for this weekend for me, I think a couple weeks ago we talked about a car show that was going on at the Meadow Event Park that I was showing in.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I, we are actually displaying at the convention center for I think it's the National Auto Show. It used
Oh,
to be called
the
Motor Trend.
yeah,
Yeah, they call it like the National Auto Show
yeah.
now
They
at
I remember that they had to back out for some reason.
yeah. So
Okay.
it's at the Richmond Convention Center. So our club, we just have a display in the front lobby, which we moved in we moved our cars in today, got them cleaned up and everything. The show doesn't start till Friday. It goes on
Mm,
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But
okay.
we're in place, we're ready, and they have it set up a little different this year because we only get one pass. Remember, we used to get a few passes for like family and that, but
Man.
now we just have to make a list of those of our family and friends that want to come along, and they'll make sure that they get in under Victory 7 Mustang
Oh,
Club.
okay. Well, that's all right then. I
Yeah,
thought they
I
was
thought
gonna
that
start
was really
charging.
nice.
Yeah, listen. I'm about to say they ain't going. I ain't going. Man, shoot. No, I'm just playing. Ain't that cheap.
Oh,
So, is it still the same premise? Like, are they still displaying all the new models of cars and stuff like that from the various manufacturers?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
So in the
still the
front
same.
where we are, it's just display kind of like the hangout area. They'll have vendors,
Mm-hmm.
um, people trying to get you to buy stuff. The little
That's what they
Geico
do.
with the little spinny wheel,
That's what they
you
do.
know. But when you
Absolutely.
go inside the other part of the building, like always,
Mm-hmm.
that's when they'll have all of the dealerships with their cars, their concepts,
Mm-hmm.
the new big thing. And as I think a lot of people have realized, the electric car is
That's
is
gonna be on full
everywhere
display.
now.
That's gonna be on full display. That's probably gonna be the highlight this year because they are
Yeah.
pushing EV down your throat, bruh.
Just like in
Everywhere.
the Super Bowl commercials, they were revealing a
Everybody.
lot of new
EV this, EV. Listen, I will say this. I'm a
uh
Mustang fan. I own the 94 GT. I'm in the Victory 7 Club too. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people not going to like this, but I would get a Mach E. I'm just saying. I like it. It's not a traditional
I like it.
Mustang, but I like it. At first I was like, nah, nah, nah. But the more I see them, like, they're sleek, man. They're slick. I
They
like them.
are.
I like them.
They
So
are.
I definitely get one. As long as the battery don't blow up on me.
Oh
Because I'm
my
terrified.
gosh.
That's why I won't get an EV. Man, those things catch fire. You can't even put them out. You got to let them burn out. So,
Oh, speaking of which, when we were outside before we actually moved in waiting,
mm-hmm.
they had a full electric school bus that's going to be on display inside the building.
I want to see that.
This guy that was driving it
Mm-hmm.
was whipping it around like nobody's
I'm sure it's
business.
probably
I thought it
fast as
was
I don't know
like
what.
he said 8.9 and an eighth mile.
I ain't put my kid on that. That don't make no damn sense.
I don't know if he was playing or if he was being serious, but
Can you
who am
test
I to
drive it?
judge?
I'm gonna see if I can test drive that joint. I want to test drive that. I'm gonna see how that goes. D83, you gonna ride with me?
So I would, but see, my legs hurt.
Oh,
And see, when my legs hurt, I
uh huh.
can't ride with anyone. Yeah, that's what my doctor said.
Oh, but you're gonna be sitting down, so you can rest your legs as long as you're sitting
Yeah,
down. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but how long you think we'll be riding?
Not long, take it down, you know what I'm saying? Might hit an interstate pass one time or something.
Okay, yeah, because
Hopefully, if we get to like a buck 80 or something, we should be good.
yeah, see, my doc again said 3 seconds. I can only sit down in a vehicle for 3 seconds. Like
But you,
right now, I'm fine because I'm not moving. I'm sitting still, right? I'm not moving.
but you are moving.
So,
Like your
yeah,
arms,
no,
your neck, your
no.
body. Now you look like a Ninja Turtle. No neck.
So,
I know I ain't
oh
talking.
snap! So, so for the viewers though, Mello, what is your vehicle?
I have a 1985 Mustang GT. Um, it's was an original 5.0 for those of you who are not familiar. It's the Fox body, which is the 79 through the 93 body style. But mine is the next to the last year that they made the four eyes or the Mustangs with the two sets of headlights on each side.
Yeah, they're like the individual encased headlights. Like you got to replace the whole casing to replace a headlight. There's no bulbs. They're sealed. So
All right.
yeah, it's dope, man.
All right.
Fox body was probably the most popular Mustang style ever. I think.
Well, it lasted for the longest amount of time. It was around for 14 years. The thing is for it to have been around so long, it's very hard now to find like replicas, like models, die casts, and stuff,
Hmm.
especially of the Four Eyes.
Yeah, because
Because,
they've been phased out.
but still, like you have all of the older 60s, 70s models.
Yeah, but those are considered classics. Fox body kind of falls in between that. They're not classic, like your '60s, your '70s, fastbacks and
Yes,
stuff. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
But I know you got the antique tag on it, so you think it's a classic, but it's not.
it
I'm just
is.
saying.
It's,
No, it's
it's,
classic to
cla-
you.
Cold blooded.
it's, it's classically awesome.
Hey, look, what did you say?
Classic, classic.
Classically awesome.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
and
that's that's my word for the day.
straight from Squareville with
I
Mello.
was just, dang, you beat me to it. God dang it.
Classically awesome.
Oh, jeez.
We're going to use that. I can't wait to use that. We're going to use that another show. That was classically awesome. If I had a British accent, I would do that. It would sound dope in a British accent, but I ain't got it.
Yes, yes, it would.
It
Yes, it
would.
would.
And I need one of
Classically
those little
awesome.
monocles. You know what I'm saying? I'd be fine.
Like the planet. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. That'd be dope. I'm feeling
Exactly.
that. I'm feeling that.
I think I might do that. No, I ain't going to do that. Anyways, because that's yours. I ain't going to take your I might turn into a square, too. I don't want that. It might rub off on
Well,
me.
speaking of that, let's continue on to the Squareville. Let's continue on. Continue on, please.
My gosh.
With your segment. With your segment, please.
Back to Squareville with Mello.
So, I don't know if y'all have been keeping up. Just to change the subject a little bit, the death toll from the earthquake
Mm.
over in Syria,
Turkey.
Turkey.
Yeah.
It's over 41,000.
And it's
Say
still gonna climb.
what?
Yeah.
Say
41,000.
what?
It was a huge. I can't get it out. It was bad.
my-
I'm about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad, man. Like buildings collapsed, man. I saw pictures. This one guy was sitting there holding somebody's hand, still buried in the rubble, while they were trying to dig him out. Like it's crazy, man. To
Yeah,
hear
I did not
that high
know
of a
that.
death toll from an earthquake is wild,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, because the last I had heard was in the 20,000, so I did not realize that it reached that high.
I'm sure it's gonna get
Yeah.
higher.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna get higher, man.
The thing is I guess maybe a small glimmer of hope is that they have still been finding a few people alive, after they've been digging out the rubble,
It's been what,
they've
two
still
weeks?
found 9 days.
9 days. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they have found a few more alive, and hopefully they'll find more.
That work taking its
And
time, man. That's hard.
but in contrast, they have numbers of mass graves, and they can't even keep up because
Wow.
there's just so many that they
That's
have to
terrible,
bury.
man. That's terrible.
And if you're not already familiar, Syria has gone through a lot in the last few years. Um, with the use of chemical weapons on their own people, war and everything going on there. And this, on top of that, my heart aches for them. I just couldn't imagine what kind of devastation and pain and,
Mm.
you know,
The
it's
loss, man.
just
Yeah.
it's so sad.
That's
Yeah,
tough.
that's extremely, extremely horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Makes you actually, you got to humble yourself a little bit, man. A lot, actually. You know what I'm saying? And just think, man, how fortunate you are. Somebody
Yeah.
always got it worse, man. Always got it worse. So what your situation is, no matter how bad you see it sometimes, there's always somebody that day that got it worse than you do, man.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
Just be
crazy.
thankful for the small things that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you might have masses of bills you have to pay, you know, the fact that you have a job, you can get up,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that you're above ground and
That's
actually
it.
have these bills coming to
That's
you.
it, man.
I mean, you have to be thankful for the small stuff. I mean, you'll work your way through
Mm-hmm.
the hard things in life, but just be grateful every step along the
Yeah.
way.
And the thing is,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough for people to sometimes see that. You know what I'm saying? You can get so immersed in the struggle of life that it's hard for people to really see that there's light at the
Oh
end
yeah.
of the tunnel.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is. It always is, man. There's always each day that you hear is another day that things can change. You know what I'm saying? And you take
Yeah.
steps, man.
Yeah.
But
It's because clearly you're living your life and that person is living their life. It makes me think about I see this older gentleman a lot at the gym.
mm-hmm.
I don't know his age, but if I had to guess, I would say he's in his early 60s.
Mm.
And him and I will every now and again run into each other and we'll shoot ball together for at least 15, 20 minutes. And every time I always say the same thing to everybody, and I'll say good to see you. And every time I say it to him, though, he'll always respond with good to be seen
And
and not
not
read
viewed.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
good to be
right.
Yeah.
seen, good to be seen and not read about. And
Yeah.
I'm always like,
Mm,
man,
Yeah. I heard a version of it. It's good to be seen and not viewed. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yes, yeah,
You don't want to go to
yeah,
that viewing, man. Yeah. So
oh man,
it is, man. That's the truth of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got struggles, man. Everybody's just going through something. So, you know, we just got to keep
yeah,
fighting.
life,
Keep
that's
fighting.
right.
yeah, yes, sir.
Mm.
Mhm.
You got something else for us, Mello? What you got? Because you just
Well,
put us all in the dumps right there. You know what I'm saying? Now we all feel like. I was laughing 2 seconds before you read that.
Yes,
Now I feel like crap.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. No,
no,
real
no, no,
talk. That
no,
was
no,
important.
no. Yes,
Yeah,
indeed,
Yeah,
yes, indeed.
that was important. So,
yeah. I wanted to talk about a little bit of travel that we have coming up.
oh,
Um,
speak on it.
yeah, flying to San Diego. Anybody who lives out in Southern California, I want to know what's to see, what's to do, because I'm going to visit my son who's stationed out at Camp Pendleton. Big ups to Brandon.
Ah,
Um,
B. I see you shining.
but my husband and I, Maestro, we're gonna go out there for about a week, visit, take in the West Coast. I've never been to the West Coast. You haven't been either, Maestro,
Mm-mm.
right?
No,
Yeah,
something new.
and it's just really
Uh,
interesting. I kind of want to get a feel for what it's like on that side of the country. I've been on the East Coast most of my life. I've visited the Midwest, but I've never made it past, I think Kansas was as far as I went. It was
Kansas.
for a job interview. I interviewed with Northwest some years ago,
What?
so they flew me to do the interview there, but then of course they flew me right back.
Right, of course.
Same day.
Okay, I don't remember that. Oh, well
Yeah.
Dang,
traveled,
that's
Mello.
Well, I try. I love seeing different places. I love experiencing different cultures. I love experiencing different foods, native foods. I'm all about, learning as much as I can about people, places,
Picking up
you
snakes
know,
and frogs and stuff.
that too. That
God
too.
dog, man. What in the world?
That goes into, my my major and my studies, which is science. I am, hoping to major in environmental science,
Hmm.
um, biology of the environment, basically anything along that nature, meteorology. Love all of that
You
stuff.
about to be. Listen, I can't wait to see you on that screen so I can talk about how wrong you were.
Look, I'm not going to be the
I'm,
one in front. I'm not going to be the one that you're going to
don't matter.
point the finger
Don't
at
matter. I'm gonna call
because
you once I see it. It's gonna be 60 degrees and sunny, and I go outside and there's a full blown blizzard. I'm calling. The first thing I'm gonna do is call you and tell you that you need a new job. You need to quit right now and find a new job.
well, let's be fair.
No,
Weather, climate,
I don't want to hear it.
climate is very unpredictable. No matter how specific things may look, there are so many variables within the atmosphere that can change it instantly.
D83. Did you write that one down?
which one? I'm
Atmos-
still, I'm still, I'm still, I'm still still thinking about the classically awesome. Right?
Yes.
I'm
Oh, you
still,
stuck on
I'm
that.
still trying to process that.
Hey, listen. You got to be prepared. You need some
Classically
spectacles and,
awesome.
and, and a pocket protector when you dealing with Mello.
Oh, what the world?
I'm just saying, man.
Cheerios.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sorry, Mello.
It doesn't hurt to be smart. You should try it sometime.
Ooh,
I can't do it.
God.
Smart does not register with me at all.
This is true. This is true. Oh, no,
Hey,
I didn't
man.
mean it like that. My bad.
Note to self: rethink everything. Write this down. Write this-
You already know I'm going to jump on it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
It's
god.
dope, though. So travel, yes, we are definitely hitting that up. Another thing that I know, you know what I'm saying, you definitely got into was doing the RV travel.
Yes.
Yeah. Share with our listeners a little bit about that.
So my husband and I, we bought an RV last year. It was still kind of on the tail end of COVID. So at the time we were thinking, we really didn't feel safe to, fly or anything like that yet. So what could we do to get out the house, but yet still see places and different things, landmarks? RV. You can always have your own party by yourself in the wilderness if you want,
You
but
know what? She going to be inviting the deer and the raccoons and the possums and stuff.
look,
She's about to have a
it's not
kumbaya
that
party.
serious. But I just figured it would be a form of travel that would be a little more safer. You didn't have to be in the public as much.
I mean, that
So,
makes sense, especially for the fact of the matter is a lot of people like RV. RV sales were booming during COVID, booming. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
A lot of people were taking vacations. Number one, they were trapped in the house. You know what I'm saying,
Yes.
for a year, solid year, right? Drove people insane. Secondly, you can work if you can work remotely. I'll work from wherever I want to. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So yeah,
Yeah,
no, it was a big thing for a lot of people. Were traveling and camping and doing stuff like that.
I would
Hmm.
love to get one. I would love to purchase one. Love to.
That's one of my
Yeah.
goals is to get one because I do. I'm not a fan of flying. I've flown several times before, and I hate it every time. So listen, y'all. Hopefully that Mello won't take no videos of me or put me on live or nothing. But it's gonna be white knuckle all the way to San Diego, y'all. I hate flying. But anyway,
It'll be over before you know it.
and that's what I'm afraid of.
No, that's
That's what I'm
okay.
afraid of. Ain't nothing you can do. Ain't no parachutes. Ain't nothing.
Oh
You
Lord.
got to take that ride all the way down. That's what I'm scared of. I'm gonna be real.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks, Mello. That didn't help at all.
I'm sorry. But back to the RVing. So it's also a good way to take your pets because instead of also boarding like your pets, I mean, you can take them with you. Now, depending on the size of your RV, we just got a small one to start off with, a 20-footer. And, you know, we were like, let's just give it a try. So we did a couple of trips to North Carolina. The first one we went to visit a friend of his down in North Carolina, or on our first trip, we stayed for like maybe 2 days.
That's
The
dope.
second trip, we went down to Virginia Beach. We stayed at Fort Story. They have a campground down there, and we stayed for a few days. We were close to the beach. His daughter, my stepdaughter, and our grandson, we were close by to visit them, and then, you know, a couple of friends because he's retired Navy, so he lived down in that area for about 20 years. Still has a lot of friends down there. And then the third trip we went to Elizabeth City, North Carolina. That was a really nice trip. The only thing is it was raining most of the time. Like the most beautiful day was when we were leaving.
Oh dang! Ain't that how it works out though? That's crazy.
But the last trip we took for the year was before I started classes. We drove up to Niagara Falls. That
Yes. In
was
there.
Oh man,
an amazing trip.
that's one place I haven't been either.
Yeah, so it doesn't really take you highway, like to get out of like Northern Virginia, but then once you're out of Northern Virginia, it's the mountains all the way. Mountains
Oh
up
no!
and down.
Oh no!
It,
Yeah,
it, it is fun. That's a good. That's a good trip.
yeah. It said like 11 hours, 9 hours, but it turned into like 14 hours, I think. Like
Oh
with trips.
what? Y'all had to stop a
Trips,
lot, or
traffic. There were a few times we stopped, you know, because you have to gas up.
yeah. No
Uh,
question.
Bathroom breaks, of course.
Right.
And then sometimes, you know, you just want to just stretch your legs. But the beauty about taking an RV is you can take your time and do that. You know,
That's true.
you
That's
can
big
take
thing.
your time,
Cause you got your
Yeah.
house with you.
Yeah.
That's dope.
basically.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
But
My
once,
former.
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say my former employer. He had one, and man, that thing was lovely.
Yeah.
And he constantly is traveling in that.
It's
Yeah.
the way to do it, man.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Trim down on your house, y'all. Y'all ain't gotta have a 6-bedroom house. Trim down on your house, get you an RV, and just travel, see the world, man. That's
Yes,
definitely
indeed.
definitely on my bucket list, man.
You won't regret it, I tell you, because if I had my choice of material things or experiences,
Oh Lord.
experiences win every
Oh
time.
Lord. I thought she was gonna say her critter friends,
I said
Oh,
experience.
Bambi and all them.
Dr. Doolittle. Wasn't
Yeah.
that the
Yes.
movie, right?
Yes.
Am I thinking right?
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
That's it.
Oh, and for the
Yes,
record, I have a pet rabbit. His name is Bebop, and he does accompany us on our RV trips.
Bebop.
Bebop.
Listen. Hey, let me tell you something, man. That rabbit lives better than most people in this world.
That's that.
I was over there the other day. This man was stretched out, front legs and back legs out, just chilling in the middle of the floor. I'm just looking at him like, yo, I can't even do that. This man eats, sleeps, and drops little Cocoa Puffs everywhere. That's the life, man. That's crazy. I ain't mad at it, though.
He's a very spoiled rabbit. My husband spoils him.
You do, too.
I do. I love him. I Bebop.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though, man. Animals bring comfort to our lives, man. You know, that's big facts.
Yes,
Man.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
Agree.
Listening to how good he lives. Look, if you and your husband ever need a roommate, let me know. I'll pay whatever the rent is. You know, just let me know.
So that means you got
There
to
you
get
go.
out the boat with him. That makes it. I don't
You
care.
know, some would say, with my teeth the way that they already are, I resemble a rabbit. So
Oh man, that man got the Bugs Bunny grill.
I digress. Maestro, what do you got? What do you got this time?
Ah man, uh, while I was doing nothing over the weekend, I was actually watching me some anime. Y'all know how I am about this anime thing. I gets down with the anime. I've been with anime since I ain't gonna say the dawn of time, but when Dragon Ball Z used to come on regular TV, that's when I was with it. That was eons ago. I was a little kid, y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was watching some good anime, man. I caught this one. It was called Tower of God. It's kind
I
of
like the
dope.
name.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
B,
like the name.
yeah. B put me onto that. Matter of fact, you know.
Brandon?
Tower
Oh,
Yeah,
of
okay.
yeah. He
God.
put me onto it, man. And you know, he's a super weeb. I don't know if you listening, B. I'm sorry, but you a weeb. For all y'all that don't know what a weeb is, it's a term. It's an endearing term to describe somebody who was heavily influenced and associates themselves with the Japanese community, Japanese lifestyle. So weebs, you know,
Huh.
yeah,
It's not what I was thinking, but that's awesome.
yes. Oh, I'm afraid to ask what you were thinking, sir.
No, it wasn't bad. It was
Oh,
not bad.
okay.
It wasn't bad.
It's almost like a
This
dweeb.
time.
It kind of reminds me of a dweeb.
And that's what I was
Dweeb.
thinking.
You know what
But
I'm saying? They just dropped it. Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah. So he put me onto it, man, and it was fire. It was fire. Kind of
Okay.
got off to a slow start a little bit. Gave some backstory, but it was dope. I liked it, man. Definitely want
is
to
it
check out.
so? This is a series, correct?
Yes. So most anime are series.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Did
yeah.
not know that.
Most they
Okay.
got anime movies out there. You know what I'm saying? Some are standalone. Some fall into line with the lore of the series. But yeah. So listen, anime covers every genre you could ever think of, every genre,
Mhm.
and it's not for kids. Some of them are geared towards a younger crowd, but I'm gonna tell you, you got to be careful. A lot of anime is geared towards adults. It's adult cart. I almost
Okay.
messed up. I was gonna call it a cartoon because it's not a cartoon. I was
Oh,
about to be banned from the anime
it's
community.
it's definitely a cartoon. But
Oh,
anyways,
sir,
Ooh.
sir, sir, we're gonna have a discussion after this.
I would, but I gotta go to bed. It's my bedtime, and
Oh no.
yeah, I can't watch cartoons or talk about cartoons after a certain time.
Moving on. I'm just gonna leave that one alone. What?
The Tower of God.
Tower of God. Yes. So I don't want to
How
give
many
it away.
seasons?
It's only one season so far, but it's
Okay.
still in production.
Okay.
So yeah, it's 13 episodes. I'm not gonna give you the whole because I don't want to give it away, but the premise is kind of what it says: the Tower of God. These people have to climb this tower. The top is God, and anything you ever wanted, right? So you have all these tests, throughout this tower as you climb, and you have to compete against other people. It's fire. It's fire.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like this. I
Yeah.
like this. I'm gonna have to watch it. Where can I watch this at?
Crunchyroll is my go-to. Crunchyroll, yes, it's a subscription, but listen, everything's a subscription these days. Cancel
Yeah.
Netflix, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like $30 a month. Go and get you some Crunchyroll for $4.99, and you good. You know, but yeah, Crunchyroll. I'm sure there's some other sites out there you can, uh, not so legally watch stuff, but we're gonna leave those alone. We're gonna keep it official on this show. Crunchyroll is dope. High Dive is another one. High Dive is another
I dive.
subscription. Yeah, you can watch a
Okay.
bunch of, and surprisingly, High Dive has some anime that I say surprisingly, but it's all in licensing. But High Dive has some that Crunchyroll won't, and vice versa. So, you know,
Okay.
I have both of them. I guess that makes me a weeb too. I don't know. The jury's still out on that. I don't feel like a weeb. I don't feel.
You,
Hey,
you are.
hey, SpongeBob, don't say nothing.
You know what? I'll be a square.
You have no choice. You don't know anything else. That's all you know is squareness. Ever since you were a child, you've been that way. But it's all right because that's who you are, and I still love you. All right, now I threw up in my mouth a little bit. Uh, but yeah, so Tower of God, fire. Some of the hot anime out there, I'm sure y'all already know. Demon Slayer, I've talked about that one countless times. If you ain't watch it, yeah, get from under your rock, check it out.
One of my favorites.
My Hero Academia, fire, check it out. I gave some recommendations to a friend not too long ago too. But one of my all-time greats. It's an older anime, but it's Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
And there's two versions: Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is closer. The storyline is closer to the manga, and then there's the just Full Metal Alchemist, which is
I like
actually
that
a
name.
lot longer. Listen, if you want story, character building, you want it all. Full Metal Alchemist has it. You got comedy, you got drama. You know, you got this. It's crazy dope, man. Like that's one of my all-time favorites, man. Of course, Dragon Ball Z is always up there, but
Oh yeah, that personally, I love that one. Now I got into that later.
Right.
a lot of people.
I
have.
mean, I mean, dude, we're talking. It was already what Dragon Ball Super,
Yeah,
and I had to start all the way from the beginning to catch all the way up
yeah,
Right. Right.
to see what was going on.
yeah. They've aired it and
love
re-aired
that.
it, and a lot of you know what I'm
Yes.
saying. So yeah, a lot of people
Yes.
has definitely become a lot more mainstream now. It's been a lot more accepted. I think generally in society, you know, before, like if you watch anime, you were kind of this dork dude, you know, or dork chick sitting in a corner. You know what I'm saying? Like you were anti, so nobody wanted to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? But now, like it's everywhere. You know, you got
Yeah.
cosplay. You know, I got all these conventions and stuff. Like it's widely accepted now. You know, I just want to say I'm a OG to the game. I was with anime for even back when it was Ramna One Half and original Gundam. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my gosh.
Yeah, that's way back in the day. I just gave up my age too.
Well, we,
Oh, well.
we discussed that earlier. Remember, we discussed that
I don't
earlier.
remember such things.
Ancient.
Ooh.
So
You must be talking about Mello.
Not.
that's
You know what Mello's first tablet was? A stone and chisel.
I knew
I
I
knew
knew that's
you were
what you
gonna
were
say
saying.
something like that.
Yo, leave it to
But they
me
already
to
got
say
a name. But they already have a name for that. See, you're ancient. She would be what? They already have a name for it. Senior citizen, right?
something. Hey, she
Do they not
collecting
have a
that
name?
Social Security right now.
Do I look like a senior citizen?
Yes,
No.
yes,
No.
yes.
It's all love.
Hey, bust out
All
that
love. Yeah.
AARP card one time.
I don't have one.
I'm sorry. I
Oh, snap.
apologize. But
Snap. So,
yeah. So you know, of course, with the anime comes gaming, for me at least. You know what I'm saying. So you know, I've been playing Hogwarts, the Legacy of Hogwarts. I think that's the name of it. I might have that wrong. New Harry Potter game that came out, right?
on PS4, I mean PS5,
It's
correct?
everywhere. It's on PC, Xbox, and
okay,
PS5.
okay.
Yeah. Of course, I'm a PC gamer. You know, I
Yeah.
transitioned a couple of years ago now. Definitely the way to go, at least in my opinion. But Hogwarts Legacy is dope. They haven't made a legit Harry Potter game in years, right? Years. It's been years, and the fan base has been, you know, asking and asking for one. Let me tell you something. They did it right this go round. Absolute fire. Absolute fire. The mechanics, the story, the gameplay, the graphics are insane. The level of detail in Hogwarts is amazing. You know, I don't know if y'all have ever seen Harry Potter, but you know when you walking through the halls, they got the ghosts going by, they got the pictures that are alive. You know what I'm saying? All of that's in it. All of it. The pictures, you walk past the pictures start talking to you. They moving and doing stuff. Man, it is absolute fire. Level of
That's
detail.
cool.
They did a great job on it. But
So-
what's up?
All right, so you said you're more of a PC guy, right?
Yes.
So what would explain that to me and to the viewers that don't understand. What is the difference between PC and like a PlayStation 5? Because I definitely would not know. I know of the PlayStation 5, but not the PC. So what's the difference?
So a PC is a personal computer, right? So you can get laptops, you can get gaming laptops and things like that. So what it comes down to is hardware, right? And the different hardware and the power that that hardware has to run specific games, right? So now the newer PS5, Xbox Series X, those have some decent hardware because they just came out not too long ago, right? So they can run really good graphics. It's all about the graphics, right? PC is still superior in my opinion because you have the power.
Graphic wise?
Yes.
Graphic wise?
Absolutely.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
Now, there's going to be a huge cost difference. Don't get me wrong. You're going to pay for what you get, right?
Yes.
But if you're talking about 4K gaming, smooth, 120 frames, frames is how quickly and smoothly the base in a general sense the picture shows on your monitor, right? So Nvidia's famous catchphrase is frames win games, right? So the smoother the experience, the faster the experience, the better. That's basically how they put it. So, but yeah, so PC, you got to build them or get them built. You can get them pre-built, but you're talking a processor, graphics card, motherboard, RAM. It's a lot of pieces to it, right? Versus Xbox or PC that has all of that enclosed already, right? So you're just buying the system. There's no upgrading it or anything. PCs you can upgrade, swap out parts, get new parts, things like that. So if you're talking about, in my opinion, again, if you're talking about an overall better gaming experience, you want to go PC, hands down. But again, one of the most expensive components on a PC is going to be the graphics card, and that's that's the most important thing for playing games, right? Because that's what does all the graphical processing. That's where everything happens, right? Not everything, but it all works in tandem. But so you're talking about easily a good graphics card. So I have a 3060 RTX 3060 Ti, and I think that ran me like 800, right? So this is kind of during the times when they were sky high in price, but nowadays you can get them a little cheaper. So you can get like a 4070, which is newer series. You can get that 900. I've seen some for as low as 800, but you got to be careful with that. You do get what you pay for sometimes. So, but yeah, PC gaming, you're going to get the overall better experience, especially if we talk in VR. If you're trying to get into dabble in virtual reality, you definitely want to go for a PC. Yes. Even though I heard the PS5 VR system is fire. I don't know. I haven't tried it yet. I have to, experiment. Maybe I'll do a review and, let y'all know how it is. Or y'all can chime in. Let us know how it is. Feel me? Interact with us. Let us know. Talk to us.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man. So, I don't know, man. I think you need a PC. D83.
Yeah. I learned something today. I had to talk to my son, see if it's something he'd be into. He's a big time gamer. He reminds me of much like myself, my younger days. Of course, back in my days, it was Sega Genesis. And,
hey, listen, it is
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo was fire though. Okay, nobody talking about Super Nintendo.
Yes,
oh
indeed.
my gosh.
Listen, Prince of Persia for all that I don't know. Prince of Persia
Street
was
Fighter.
Yes. Street Fighter, yeah. Can't forget about that.
F-Zero.
Oh man, we taking a trip down memory lane now.
And Super Mario is my all-time favorite.
Yeah, of course. Mario has, man, ain't nothing outlast Mario. And what a lot of people don't know is Mario originated on the Atari system. It wasn't originally Nintendo. It was on the Atari. I had it.
Yes.
I'm old.
So
be it.
Had it.
Nah, that's right. Yeah, she had it first because she old.
Shut up.
Oh dang, my bad. But yeah,
love it.
So,
hey, good deal.
Well, listen,
that's going to do it. Yep, that's going to do it for us today. Thanks for joining. Make sure you follow the Humpin' It podcast on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Discord. And I almost forgot. The next time you're humping it, think about us. Get your mind out the gutter. I'm D83.
I'm Mello.
And the Maestro.
We love you guys. Peace.